I just finished this book, and I think I'd like to make it your problem. And here's the thing. There are a million things that I could say about this book. I don't even know where to start, but I have to say something because I loved this book. Arguably one of the most relevant books to me as an individual, right up there with Ballad and Dagger. The conversations that Tracy Deonn had in this book were... The characters had individual personalities and voices, which, if you haven't heard me talk about this before, that matters quite a bit. The magic system was incredibly unique to literature, but somehow attached to folklore and to African-American spirituality enough where it was still familiar. Accurate representation of the kind of resilience and strength and stubbornness that it takes to be a proud black person in not only a white space, but a white space, if you know what I mean. Magic not really being morally neutral. I liked that. I really liked that. Because in the real world, power comes with some moral choices. The differences between black friendships and white friendships. Y'all saw that, right? Because I saw that. And there's so much more. This book was incredibly rich. I've seen people criticize this book because it's another story where white people have the upper hand, but that's the reality. So I'm not bothered by that. Don't get me wrong. I love a good Black joy story. I love a good story that has erased white people. In fact, I just wrote one. But I also love a book where an author so eloquently and so expertly explores what it is like to exist in white spaces, even as an exceptional human being while you are black. And this book did that for me. It brought me back to every moment where I have been the most skilled or the most qualified person in a room and still had to fight for my place because everyone else was white. It reminded me of the way that I've had to consistently fight for excellence and expertise in every moment without having adequate time or training because I am the only black person in the room and they will not allow me to fail. It reminded me of the cost that I have paid every time I have refused to bow out. And can I say, I love a moment where a real conversation takes place because characters are actually having that conversation or engaging in that reality without the narrator taking the time to explain to us what we're supposed to be learning from the moment. I love that we address black hair without talking about black hair. I love that we touched on the way that black dads are overprotective of their black daughters. I love the way her best friend invests in her life to the point of being scared for her when she isn't on the right path. These are uniquely black experiences that are being lived out by the characters in this story rather than explained to us, and I rock with that. Not to mention, the writing was just superb. The imagery, the artistry, the creativity, the words themselves, fantastic writing. Yeah, I have many more videos to come about this book, but I just want to give you a little taste of what we're going to talk about for the next few days.